my new office. It's under here. So we're gonna be doing all of my work. Yeah. What we got Borla S-Type. Okay. So I know I'm a Mustang channel and this is not my Cobra, but a little over a year ago, I think it was like a year ago.
Yep.
We filmed your Focus ST. What is this, a stock motor with turbo?
Yeah, stock motor, big turbo, pushing like 505 horsepower the way it is now. So.
And we were talking about this thing that was going to be built in around, it was about a year ago?
Yep, started in January, and started from there, just kept building, kept playing, kind of adding more stuff until that's what we got. This is underneath of a 2016 Ford Focus ST. It's a little different. Rear-wheel drive. It is just a stock axle out of a Mustang. Okay. So it's got the little bushing up here.
What year Mustang is that?
2016. Custom wheels. They're 11.5 inch in the back, running 315, 30, 20s. So they're 13.5 inches wide.
Those are Toyota Proxy 888s.
Yep.
The tire that everyone harps about all the time.
Yeah. We did buy a set of drag radials, so we are going to do a little drag racing with it. But
you got a couple things you got to get dialed in first, right?
Yeah, a couple things, whatever. Got a little chatter going on. Got to figure out where that's coming from. Got to tighten up a couple things. Just kind of touching on everything, making sure everything's good.
This is basically a Mustang and a Ford Focus body, right?
Yep. So what I did is I started out with a wrecked Mustang that was totaled. I bought this totaled, stripped this down, fixed it up.
Oh, you bought this totaled?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was hitting the front end pretty bad, had the airbags deployed, stuff like that. So I just took it all apart, fixed it all, painted it all, got everything fixed.
Yeah.
Took it to the DMV and got it's got a salvage, it's got a blemished title, is what it says. And then so started from there, brought it here. Stripped everything, wire harness, all the parts are sitting over on the other side.
Gotcha.
And then just kept building from there. This is basically a bare Mustang sitting over there. I stripped the wiring harness all the way down to the AC controllers, all the way down to everything, and just see what I can make work.
Yeah.
And the back rear end were bolted right up, front, the cross members and everything bolted right up. Or it didn't bolt right up. Nothing bolted right up. But it had to be fitted.
Yeah.
And reinforced the whole frame.
Do you guys do a lot of this stuff under here?
Yeah, so I mean, this is where we did everything. So
if you got Borla S-Type mufflers there, what kind of headers do you already know?
They are just shorty headers.
Shorty headers?
Yep, they're shorty headers.
They sound like long tubes.
No, they're shorties because
what kind?
They don't MRP.
Those are okay.
Yeah, little shorty guys.
They're loud for shorties. I thought those were long tubes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, just started tinkering and see how far it
would it fit long tubes or would it not fit?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
Well, because the long tubes when they come down from the stock ones, they come through here, and this right here is the whole meat of basically the undercarriage of the car.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of support here, so I didn't want to cut into that guy. So that's where I went with the shorty guys because they ended right here, and then I just kind of cut and pieced and kept piecing and kept piecing and kept piecing, pieced it all the way to the back.
Gotcha. Cool.
So, but I mean, when you're working on something and you're under here, you can kind of see, feel, and see what's going on, and then you can go up top and not have to raise and lower. Made a hell of a lot easier. Made it
if it was me, I would have the space, and then I would have like an office under here with a laptop, and I would do my editing here. Yeah. And then I would get back up and work on the car more.
Yeah. But it just made it, like I said, made it super easy. The whole front of the car is just now, and the Mustang, the S550 is on bolt. Yeah. The whole front end comes off the thing. So I mean, I had the whole motor and everything. It was just gutted.
All right, so there's the motor.
So yeah, we started out with a Coyote motor. Great, cool, awesome. Well, what can we do to kind of up the ante? Well, that guy. So we went with a 3.0, a Gen.
Is it Gen
5?
Yeah, I think all the other ones were 2.9, so I think the Gen 5 was the first 2.9, or first 3.0, sorry.
3.0, yeah.
So they did 2.9s, all 4 gens, and then I think that was the 3.0.
Yeah. And man, honestly, I've been tinkering and putting stuff together and trying to do different stuff and seeing what worked, and everything runs together after so long. It just kind of gets to the point where I have no idea what.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff on this. What size pulley is that? Do you know?
It's a 375.
375.
No, 3875.
So you've got like the big pulley on this.
Yeah. So what I did is I called Whipple and talked to those guys, and those guys were been perfect.
Yeah.
Helping me out with everything I need as far as diagnostic stuff that. I mean, they were pretty much. They said, "Hey, man, whatever. Let me know. We're on board. We'd love to help you out. See what we can come up with to make it happen." So they started out. I had a wiring issue. They helped me with that. They've come the extra mile for me. But as far as putting it in, they just said, "Here you go." See if you can make it fit. So
it's really big.
yeah,
it's
huge. It's huge. And it's funny. I mean, if you look, I mean, the top of the intake. I mean, you've got this piece right here just kind of snaps on there. So you've only got about 2 inches of clearance from the bottom of the windshield to the actual Whipple. So she's a little tight.
It's so funny how different the Whipples look on like the Coyote 5.0 motors compared to like the Cobra Whipples.
Yeah,
completely different looking.
Completely different. That's just so damn big.
But the one for my car is not anywhere near that big. So what is that? Your fuel system right there? Like that?
Yeah, so that is all the fuel system. So
what kind of fuel system is it?
It is a Magna fuel.
Okay.
It's got a 750 in the back.
Just one 750?
Just one 750.
So you got one
big ass.
Okay. Nice.
But it was funny, man, hooking that thing up. It was nobody really kind of. Everybody's done this kind of stuff before, obviously, but it was a matter of trying to figuring out how to hook it up in the back and hook everything together and then make everything work. Which I work in the hydraulic industry, so what you do is a little bit different than the way you hook up a fuel system, different than a hydraulic system. Mm-hmm. So the regulator is after than before. So previously before it would be before any of the functions, whereas this is after, which is weird to me, but whatever, it works.
Yeah. Everything
Everything done to this car was done right here, sitting right here. The only thing that I didn't personally do, one was the paint, which my brother right up the street did that, and the tune. So everything else was done by these hands, and a lot of bad words. But other than that,
a lot of bad words.
a lot of bad words.
So how much boost is it running right now?
It runs about 20.
20 pounds boost?
Mm-hmm. So it hasn't been dynoed, and I get shit for that. But the problem is so it is a 6R80. It is automatic. But the paddle shifters. So I use the gas pedal out of the Focus because of clearance issues and stuff like that. And the way the gas pedal is, if you've ever looked under there, the gas pedal on a Mustang is like ridiculous. So went with the Ford Focus one, and it worked fine. Plugged right in, everything works. Hit the gas, it goes. Cool, no problem. The problem is it doesn't have the sensors and some of the extras that it needs for the transmission to be able to use the paddle shifters. So there's a couple issues there, which you can't get on a dyno if you can't keep it in gear. So you don't want to be running to pull, and all of a sudden it go to 6th gear. So
that would not be good.
Not be good. So the hard thing is everything was CAN on the Focus. You had computers in each door. Had computers to tell computers what to do. Coming off of the
computers
switch,
talking to computers.
I don't even know. I have one lying here somewhere, but coming off the switch for the window motor, great.
Yeah.
Had one wire. What the hell are you supposed to do with one wire? Well, the Mustang has like 4, and I was like, okay, so how do we hook that all up? So that was a lot of trying to figure out the wiring and how to do things and how to hook up the steering and everything like that. So it was a lot of like little tedious bullshit that you had to figure out to get certain things to work that don't work, that will work, that headlights work, tail lights work.
Hey, that's good.
Signals work.
Street legal.
Street legal. So yeah,
there you go.
One or two, you rip up and down the road all day long.
Yeah.
Which we only do track days with this thing. From Whipple, the way it's stated, it should be 750 to 800 horsepower. Everything you see on the car that looks carbon fiber is real. So doors are real, roof is real.
It's a ton of carbon fiber.
Everything you see that is carbon fiber look is real. Side skirts, doors, roof, wing, little wing, trunk,
little wing.
So yeah, just plugging away. Steering wheel is carbon fiber. And then in there you can see we moved the firewall back 8 inches. Some places it was 8, some places it was 6. Just going back and forth trying to get everything to kind of line up. But want to keep the inside as stock as possible. And
really, it doesn't look very stock at all.
Everything that is basically, if you look at it, the only thing different, if you were to put a Ford Focus steering wheel in there, you'd not be able to tell that this
is all quilted, right?
Yep.
That's definitely not factory.
No, that's not factory.
So you did inserts,
the door panels and everything. Seats. The seats are straight up carbon fiber, straight from Recaro. So they are straight carbon fiber all the way through and through.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's just trying to make everything as light and as
I would hate to know how much all this carbon fiber costs. So what's the deal on these little spike strips everywhere?
So I had to have some way to attach this. And a lot of guys glue them. A lot of guys hard epoxy them, just fiberglass them. But the problem I had is I didn't want to put anything really crazy on there as far as trying to. I wanted to flex, and I didn't want to have to do any body work on the doors to get them to attach. So I went and tried to find something, and I was like, hey, we're gonna do spike lugs. Something different? Cool, let's do little spikies. So those are actually for a GSXR 600 or street bike.
Nice.
Windshield.
Wow,
They're like
that's
60
creative.
bucks. You buy a whole kit, and they're 4mm. And so then we bought a little pop rivet gun. That's our little. So all you do is take those and squeeze them in, pop them in, and it crushes them down, and then you've got what you need. You got bolt holes everywhere. Very
nice. Are those like Euro taillights or?
Those are Spider. Those are Spider taillights. Spider taillights, Spider headlights. The only reason I like the Spiders, I have those on my other car. They look sick. They are sequential on the turn signals, and they do in the front. They just look like a Mustang. So I figured it was like a little Mustang car.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it has the little three guys.
Nice.
It is true duals out the back, all the way to the back.
It's a very loud plane.
Yes, we are in the fly zone. So we are airlifted. We do have air suspension front and rear. The only way I can really get everything to hook up. So everything's kind of, and then we got the little nitrous bottles. I think there's nitrous in them. It's a doctor's office nitrous, I think. But no, it's
yeah, they look cool. They look really cool.
Yep. So did the full roll cage all the way through, so it's the full roll cage. Everything's bolted, welded, tapered in there. So yeah, everything's that's our fuel cell, 15 gallon. I think it gets around 3 miles to the gallon, so it does take a little bit of fuel to fill her up. We are just running we're not on E85, we're on 93 pump gas. Yeah.
Are you gonna go 85 at any point, like, or?
It's kind of like, okay, what's the point? I mean, if we do go E85, I mean, yeah, we'll gain some horsepower, but at what point? I mean, when do you stop? I mean, you can make a 4,000 horsepower car, but how much fun and how much reliability?
I get a lot of people asking me when I'm gonna do 85, and my thing is like, well, where I live, you'd have to drive 100 miles to get it.
Yeah, you'd have to drive.
I don't have a house yet, personally. I don't know where to put it.
Yeah, so you'd have to drive to Troutman or Rock Hill, which they're both probably about 45 minutes. 45 minutes, probably about an hour for you.
Yeah, it's a little
so it's just, honestly, it's not worth it. And then I can buy 93 anywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, and the cool thing I do like about this car is you can daily. I mean, you can hop in it every day and take off and drive it down the road. Except for when you do some stupid stuff. So we were out playing around a little earlier. I got one good video. I think we got a couple good shots.
Yeah, so we were doing rollers and some stuff like that, and something fell off. We don't really know what it is. We were gonna do like a full video driving it, you know, getting into it. I know that's what you guys want, but it's something happened. We don't know what it is, and when something happens, you don't go out and beat on it more.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go out and just beat the par out of it. So we did the pulls, did a couple things. Ran a street bike, which was pretty cool. Kind of did a couple of things like that, but then come back as I got off, heard something sounded a little weird, so I was like, all right, cool. Well, then we kind of babied it back, got back to the house. Just not real comfortable driving it until we kind of go up underneath it, but next time, hammer down it, so we'll be good.
We at least got the car on the channel. Like, I know we weren't able, but that's kind of how it goes with these types of cars. Like, you guys know, especially with my Cobra, something breaks like every time I drive it, so this is kind of normal to me. But next time, guys, next time, I think they've already got your Instagram from the last. You still got the same Instagram?
Yep, Jrods Customs. It's on the side of the wing. We'll flip that guy down right here. We're going right there. So everything you want to know, everything you want to see, everything you want to kind of measure, touch on, it's on there.
Couple weeks or couple months or what's?
Maybe a week or so. Okay. Got a couple things going on, but also too is we'll be out at Z-Max Driveway for the streetcar takeover. Okay. So that should be fun. Everything should be. I'll make sure everything's on point for that guy. So if I can, I will go to the drag strip and we'll film some stuff there whenever that is. If it's not during a time where I have to film a wedding or something like that, comment if you have any questions about the car that wasn't answered, and I'll get him to comment back. You guys commented a lot on the last video, and I don't know as much as he does about his car, so that's why I'm putting his Instagram down below, so you can go and DM him if you have any questions about it. So also too, Jrods Customs, that is my Instagram, but also too it is my shop. So starting my own little thing, doing custom work, stuff like that. I tell everybody we can make doves fall from the heavens if that's what you want and you get enough money. But we do pretty much anything. I've done a couple, done a turbo job But got my first kind of big job coming up. It's going to be on a Z06, kind of hidden details, but we're going to put a roll cage in it for him, stuff like that. So he's pretty excited. I'm excited. So we're going to kind of hunker down and see how far we can go. But appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. We're good to go.
There you go. I'll see you guys next time. Much love.